All right, guys. So this is your warm up for before the quiz. Let me go ahead and. All right, for this question here, making sure you understand. Let me make sure I get everything set up here. That there is a distributed portion to this, right? You have to distribute. So go ahead and do the distributed property here and here. Make sure you do that properly. Use your calculator. Computers can be out, of course, using your calculator. Then go ahead and try to solve the rest of this problem. All right, as I do the first distribution, 1 times 1.5, all right, equals 6. So 6x. Oh, it's acting up. Hold on, let me put back to the pen. So 6x plus 4 times 2, I don't need a calculator, that's 8, equals 3.6x plus 14, right? Now, let's make sure we know the next step. I'll do it in a different color. We have to move our letters to the left. So we're going to go ahead and move this 3.6 to the left. This is all review, and it's just because it has decimals. Don't let that mess with you, all right? So then calculator comes out. I don't want you guys just doing this in your head. They go, oh, I know this. Use the calculator, all right? Don't let that mess with you. 2.4, all right? 2.4x. And then, guys, I do this a lot where I'll do the same step. I know that I've taught you one way, but sometimes I'll go ahead and subtract. Don't we have to subtract 8 too? To save space, sometimes I do it that way too. And I'll do equals 14 minus 8 equals 6. Okay, and then my last step, I'm going to divide 2.4 to both sides. Okay, so then I get 6 divided by 2.4 equals 2.5. All right, and there's your final answer. X equals 2.5. Okay, awesome. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, for this next one, we got to make sure we take all of this and we're going to put it right here. Why don't I give you guys like 2 minutes to go ahead and try to solve this one on your own using your calculator? Go for it, guys. All right, so if you plug this in properly, actually, you know what? I'm going to do it down here. So I'm going to go 1.8x plus 12 equals 0.4x plus 27.4. Okay? Now, as we work this out, I'm going to go different colors again. We're going to go ahead and make sure we go letters to the left. All right, that subtracts, we get 1.4. This one I can do in my head. Plus 12 equals 27.4, but the next one I am going to use the calculator. Subtract 12, and this is where I would use the calculator. This is going to come down. I'm going to get 1.4x equals, and then the calculator is going to be 27.4 minus 12. And I get 15.4. Okay? Now, let's just go ahead and move this down a little bit more. Let's see what I can do here. I can just move this down. Oops. Here we go. Now, this last step, let's go ahead and divide. We have 1.4 we got to get rid of here on both sides, 1.4. So then the division is going to be 15.4 divided by 1.4 equals 11. X equals 11. All right, you want to figure out y as well? Let's go. How are you going to figure that out? If x equals 11, I think we did this one yesterday in our warm-up, but it's okay. We plug this in right here, and I can use my calculator. Simple, easy peasy. I'm going to go 1.8, pay attention if you don't know what's up, times 11, because we know what x is, right? We're going to cross this out because we know what x is, times 11 equals 19.8, and then we're just going to add this 12, plus 12. All right, equals 31.8. All right, very cool. So y was, let's go back here, 31.8. All right, no worries, 31.8. Okay. All right, now let's get into the word problem. Let's see if you can handle this. I know it's different on your page. It's all on the same page, but we're going to go ahead and I gave myself a little bit more room here because I can. And we're going to hash out this problem. The Mojave Desert is 112.4 degrees and decreases. If it's a decrease, that's a negative. If it's an increase, it's a positive. And it decreases at 0.8 degrees every minute. The Sahara Desert starts at 120.6 degrees and decreases at a rate of 1.2 degrees every minute. How many minutes will they be the same temperature? Let's write these problems out. So I have one, hold on, I can just do this. Y equals, the first equation is Y equals, what's the starting point? Right? And then what's the change that's happening? Every minute. And I'm going to use M for minutes, but I'm also going to make sure I understand decreases. Does that make sense? Guys, you got to make sure that makes sense to you, okay? And the next equation, I'm going to write it here in a different color. Have some fun. Oh, I could go a little Christmassy for you. Y equals, the Sahara Desert starts at 120.6. Starts at, that's our y-intercept, right? Starts at 120.6 and decreases at a rate of 1.2 degrees every minute. Decreases 1.2 every minute. All right. Now you have both these looking at this. I'm going to go ahead and get my eraser out. Let's see. Can I actually? No, it just says clear screen. Oh, shoot. Okay. It's okay. What I wanted you guys to notice is I'll use a different color and I'll screw it down here. That you are going to set these equal to each other. You guys are good at this. So I'm going to set this equal to each other. So look at what I got going on here. I am going to go negative 0.8 m plus 112.4 equals negative 1.2 m plus 120.6. Okay? Now what's your first step? This is where people are going to get confused here. You have to add. You have to add. So you're going to go ahead and go here, plus 1.2 m. To get this over to this side, you have to add it, right? Because it's the opposite. It's the opposite of here. This is negative. So to clear this, to get rid of it, you have to add 1.2 to both sides, okay? Use your calculator here. You're going to get 0.4 m. All right, keep on going. This is all gone. We got rid of that. Now, how do you get rid of the 112.4? We're going to subtract it. All right, this will be the hardest problem you're going to see. So now you still have 0.4 m. Let me see if I can get this down a little bit more. All right. So 0.4 m here equals, let's get our calculator out. What is it? 120.6 minus 112.4. So I get 8.2. All right, so I have 0.4 and 8.2. Then you're going to divide the 0.4, correct? So let's go ahead and do that. Let me move it down just a little bit more. Then you're going to divide this 0.4. It's a 0.4. That's not negative. My bad. That's not a negative. It doesn't have that. That's not a negative. That's just here. Don't worry about that. And then use your calculator. So 8.2 divided by 0.4. Okay? You get 20.5. That's all I care about. 20.5 is all I care about. All right? This last one, go ahead and do this on your own. Remember, you have to add 1.3 over to this side. Okay? All right, then you're going to move this 0.75 over as well. All right, guys, do the best you can. I will have your grades for you. You can actually check your grade when you're done in Elluminate when you're done. All right, guys, best of luck.